We bought guitar and we set it there, and other one was very creative with painting, so we started to paint. But that was not because we thought that participants should play guitar or paint, it was real life. And that's another, as a professional care worker, a very important lesson I learned. You cannot change a person by motivating him. It's impossible to motivate a person like, oh, you have to do this, this is so good for you. You can change a person and motivate them by doing it yourself. And when you combine it with one of the points that I mentioned this morning, you never do anything alone here, you always have people to do it together, then the movement, because it's like a big stone, a big round ball, and you first you have to push it, and it's heavy and heavy, and then it starts to roll, and then the movement goes by itself. And we are now in, that's the kind of flow that we are in now, but it starts always by doing it yourself and doing it together with other people, and never tell them this is good for you. I think one of the nicest experiences we can have here is when a participant comes here and he's, for instance, very good in painting. And you could say, well, let people do what they are good in. But when they start to do something completely different, that means he has learned something here and he has found a new desire. And I think that's as much important as just doing the things that you have done for your life for 10 years or 20 years. So that's a very big movement in Skoen. Start doing something you like yourself, do it together with someone else, or Time and me did a lot together last weeks, and well, it's much easier to do things with other persons. Preparing, for instance, visits like this is very stressful. But we managed, Simon. Thank you very much. Okay. Zo de goeie hebben wij nog niet gehad. Zo de goeie hebben wij nog niet gehad. I will say it slow and I ask you then to repeat it as good as you can. Zo de goeie. Zo'n goeie.
Zo'n goeie.
Hebben wij. Nog niet.
Nog niet.
Not yet. Gehad. En then together it is zo'n goeie hebben wij nog niet gehad. Goed gastje. I feel some resistance. Zo'n goeie hebben wij nog niet gehad. Zo'n goeie hebben wij nog niet gehad.
Dirk, stop harassing people, otherwise they will never come back.
That's Martha. Thank you very much, Martha. Okay, we'll leave it to here. Thank you very much.
It's going to be like intercode. You must sing that and you can...
Maybe a little Czech song.
Máme něco takového jako...
To
znělo trošku jako nad Tatrou se blízká, tam bylo to.
Yeah, and now in
Nad Tatrou se blízké.
Slovenské. Slovenské.
Slovenské.
It's not Czech, it's Slovenian. No secrets for me.
Cyber.
I like it. Dat was mijn... Nou, maar de Simon die smeert hem. Label here. My resistance towards others, I hang here because... That's why I hang it here.
I'm Mr. Resistance.
No, certainly not. Certainly not. But it's also symbolic, of course. But I really like to do it myself because I think. Now this is the empty ones, and these are the. It's not only symbolic by talking about it, but also doing about it.
That's my mood.
I hang my mood on the coat rack.
Well, maybe it's nice if there's can scribe anything on it.
Yes, yeah, I invite you to write something. We cannot read Czech, so and it's all anonymous. Nobody writes his name on it. And, it's a powerful tool for Skoen to to keep the equality amongst us.
So, and are the labels? Yeah?
Okay? If you have some IDs for us, put them here. ID box.
Who wants to write something on the label? I will find you a pencil.
Je moet niet weglopen als je filmt. Ja, maar het is...
Nee, dat dan.
closed because of Corona, because in a closed room you cannot sit because of the ventilation.
Studio.
But here there were guitar lessons. Here are some, if people want a small meeting, it's possible here. We have recording material and software here. For instance, if someone wants to play guitar and just do a bit like this, it's okay. But if someone says, I want to be a professional guitar player and want to make an album, it's also okay. We could do it here. The software was bought by money from a funding, and when we got it, Corona came, so we never got really the possibility to go further with it. But I hope now we can do it. So here's our gallery. A lot of the paintings are from Jan. He's really our top artist. He also sometimes sells things. And I'm so very jealous about his talent. I'm very clumsy with this. He once made a painting of, I will say the word, a pterodactylus. That's a bird from the ancient times. And I said, oh, it's great, I want to buy it. But he had already sold it. And I said, how did you come to the idea? It was made of wooden pieces. He said, well, I was walking through the woods and I saw it was already lying like there. I only had to pick it up. But of course, that's not true. That's the artist in him. A friend of mine makes sculptures of big stones. And he also says, well, the image is already in it. I just have to get it out. And these are the real artists who can do that. I cannot do that. I'm so envy of people who really are so creative. I'm not, but I probably have other talents. We like to put personal pictures of ourselves here. I have some, that's one of me with my wife and a mare. I once got an award here and she came here and I was totally, but there should be somewhere of my children and grandchildren. So every now and then this is changed. This is also something to have some remarks. This is a round table, as you can see, and it was used for the meetings, for the 12-step meetings, and it was in this room over there. The advantage of a round meeting is, one, you have no leader, because there's no front. And a meeting has no leader, and in a way, of course we have coordinators here, but it's not exactly the same as a leader who says you do this and you do that. So another advantage of a round table is you can see everybody in the eyes. When you have a table like we were sitting there, and you want to see who's on the other side, you have to do like this. It's not necessary when you sit here, so it very good resembles the atmosphere you want to have in a meeting, and we also want to have in Skoen. So we give workshops here, and it's a beautiful place. It was actually set in this room over there, but it was when we opened this, the 12-step meeting groups came here to see if this was a good place for them, and it was such a success that sometimes 30, 35 people were sitting there, and this room became too small, so we put it here. And then we put also our soapstones there. We have more, because in these meetings they also have discussions about themes. So here it says it does desire. So someone can share something about his desire. So stones help the meetings to give good subjects. If you want to add something, colleagues, don't hesitate. Close, as you can see. It was a project together with the Helmond Youth Department, and they came here and they said we want to make a closet with clothes for mothers who have no money, and then they can get clothes for the babies. Oh, that's a good idea. So we went to the organization we came from, and the manager over there, he said, well, good idea. Give me a project plan and then we can do it. And my other colleague, founder, said, we already have a project plan. Oh, he said, how does it look like? He said, well, we build a closet and we put the clothes in it. And that was exactly what happened. But this is the difference between what Martin says, the world of the structure and the protocols, and the other world is just do it and it works. Now it's not for that purpose anymore. Now it's closed for all the participants here. So we also have, of course, here people who are rather poor and are very glad they can get clothes here. This used to be the meeting room, but now it's for other purposes. The barber. You see, these are all the themes from the 12-step groups, all over the world. I went to groups. I did them in Czech Republic actually, and I don't understand one word Czech, but still being in a meeting there felt like being home. It's exactly the same atmosphere. And these kind of things you find in the meeting groups in the Czech Republic as well. Here's now, wat gebeurt hier allemaal?
Before there was yoga class here. It's very cool. Someone was just passionate about yoga. Well, she started giving her class. Now she got her own company in yoga. So that's kind of cool. But now she doesn't work here anymore. Volunteer, I mean. Now we have meditation class over here. It's also very nice. Tai Chi. A participant a few months ago was talking about meditation and he was very passionate about it. And well, at once someone said, "Can't you give me a lesson about it?" He said, "Yes, well, I can." No, well, 2 weeks later he started giving the meditation class here. Very nice. There's also Tai Chi training over here. It's also very nice. And also recovery based. So relaxing for body and mind.
We used to have drama here, several types of drama. And which is also very easy to connect to recovery. So the drama therapists, they were not actually therapists, they were from professional drama group. They very much liked it here to do things with us. I think now Corona is over, we can use this more because this is also a closed room, so you cannot actually, we are with too many people already here, but our police won't check it anymore because next week all the regulations will be gone, and I think 1 week more or less won't make much difference. So this is a multi-use room for all kinds of, and sometimes you want, even here, if we want to sit and have some, hoe zullen we dat zeggen? Private conversation, ja, ik weet het anders zeggen. Private conversation, we can sit here, and sometimes you need, not everything has to be public. You can have personal things to share with each other. But actually this door should always be open, except when we have an open door policy. Everything we write down, everything for the city, it's all public. No, we have no secrets, and then this is because when you have secrets, you have to remember them. We don't have any secrets, so only money has to be locked. But we have a card for the bank that can be used by all participants. So that's another thing. We work on the basis of trust. When we come in, we trust you, and our trust has very seldomly and not very much been violated. Trusting people gives so much positive energy, and we have interns like Tijmen, yes.
Not my name. Kind of sad.
Little joke. And when the interns come in here, we say your evaluation is already good. Don't worry about the evaluation. Don't get intense. Yes. And he proved this to be a good strategy because he's very active and very well understands all that happens here. But we try to get an atmosphere of relief instead of tensions. And this happens when you really trust persons. So that is maybe one of the biggest core elements of Skoen. Okay. And in the beginning of this year, we could totally change the kitchen with modern equipment and get a coffee equipment here. So when the people are cooking, they don't get disturbed all the time by people. The kitchen is then for the cooks. So we do get some funding now in the den for this kind of nice goals. These are our traditions. Someone asked me in English, I gave my I gave my email address and sent it to you. Do you know Jana? With the, with the unpronounceable back name? Yeah.
Plohaříková.
And she has all the material and translated a lot in Czech as well. So, but you can ask me anything and I will send it to you as we have to, or make it if you want.
Thank you.
These are the traditions which come from 12-step groups, and we changed them a bit to be applicable to family groups like this. Well, the kitchen is kitchen. What can I say about it?
Everyone is allowed to cook.
Everybody is allowed to cook. And everybody is invited to eat. And when people eat here and they say, next time bring your family, they are very astonished. We can bring my family here and they eat for nothing. Of course, we have the set tradition jar, but I, for the first time in my life since I'm connected to here, I've met with really poor people. So people have to live in 1 week from 40 euros. I don't know how you can combine that with the Czech situation, but 40 euro in Holland for a whole week of eating and doing everything is nothing. So then it's very important there's a place you can, you don't have to pay money, so it's, there's no threshold for the poor people as well. Well, this is a board. We have an LHBTIQ group, plus, what's the plus?
All the other ones. All the other ones, yes.
Okay. Do you have them in Czech too?
Yeah.
Probably, yes, of course. Dancing through your life, that is what one of the participants does, a kind of dance activity, but also recovery related. You can, for dinner we like to know a bit how many people come, so we let them write the names in. Tai Chi starts again October 6th. So this is the announcement board. You need some communication. We have also an app for this kind of things. A lot of people are in there, maybe 50 or 60 people. And when the program starts, this is for a working a visit to Eagle Shelter. This is another recovery center. I thought you were going there as well, but it was you couldn't reach them or something like that.
They didn't answer.
They didn't answer, but they're not the same as us, but very much alike. But you can see.
We did answer. But we did answer.
Yeah.
A question: are you staying for dinner? Because
No.
We weren't told yes.
Yes.
Well, discuss it among each other. The cooks need to know.
Yes, about dinner, so.
But this semi is here on
Planning
Thursday.
board.
That's correct. So the programs are here, which people are here, and well, you need in a communication like this some overview of what happens and some people who. These are the meetings. These all the 12-step meetings. OA means overeating meeting, women meeting, NA narcotic anonymous, alcohol anonymous. Oh, and now I'm sorry, but I'm so proud. This is a book I wrote for my grandchildren.
And you, no,
What's about?
you're illustrated because you told that you're not artist.
You are not going to eat here, I understand. No, this is made by a good friend of mine who is a professional illustrator. And he said, I will do it for nothing, and otherwise it would have cost thousands of euros. Illustrating a book is very expensive. So I read it for my grandson. And one of the proudest moments in my life was when I went to his school. He is now 6, he was I think then 5 or maybe 4. And I read it for his class, and he was standing next to me like a soldier. And you could see, that's my granddad. Well, my heart. So this is the planning. Oh, we have also aquarium here with fishes, as you see. Heb je dat op de foto, op de film?
Oh, de aquarium.
Wist je wel dat we een aquarium hadden?
Wow.
And what is this, Sam?
This is the place where I sit on my going coordinators.
Nou,
It's also
nou,
open.
nou
and
vul
we
je
don't
mijn
have-
borst, hè?
Nee.
Everything is open, so we don't sit apart. This is our and we're not hidden. So that's our that's how we work here. Everything is like inside. Oh yeah, and that's my daughter, Elena. Showing her off.
And Elena's here also a lot.
Oh, she loves it here. She's like a mini boss if she comes here to make music, crafts, everything. And that's a good sign that also
So
children.
better because we started to use the ceiling when students came here in a group, and usually you have a formal evaluation, maybe even with phones, what do you think of it and what you learned, and we say we take out the tiles, denk ik, tegels, and we ask them to paint their evaluation on the ceiling. And that's what we asked you, so we have a permanent remembrance of your visit here.
Yes.
Isn't that great? Ja, toch?
So you like it to do that?
Yes.
Little paint?
Yes.
Yes. Super. Do you want to break first, or are we gonna start with painting?
Maybe small.
Yeah. Small break.
I know what an addiction is, so don't.
Teraz jakoś robię mało,